There's a winter in my heart. There's a winter in my heart, and it's not the kind your hands stop freezing in by putting on a pair of gloves or lighting up a fire that reunites flames with the frost. Rather, it's the kind of winter that punches me into a polar night in Sweden where the sun doesn't rise and the only miracles I believe in are the ones that pull me out of an icy lake. I absolutely don't remember jumping in. There's a winter in my heart. Where exactly 8 years ago today it was when the typewriter's ink became extinct, and so half shall remain all the journeys I once dared to embark. Hence with eyes wide open now I sit, now I watch snow turning into ashes in the very city that I built with these blistered hands from stone to stone, a city that has not seen a spring for decades, all because it was cursed for banishing a sorceress who turned out to be nothing but a venomous crooked crone. Her last words still haunt me like a perilous wind into my ears been blown, shrieking, surrounded you will be with people, and yet you shall forever remain to feel all alone. And never could have I imagined a summer so warm that would just skip autumn to usher in the fiercest snowstorm, as thus began the never-ending winter in my heart. Where I naively ignore the inevitable avalanche, deceiving myself that it won't get to me if I turn it into art. Because 5 years living in isolation led to desperation that dared me to make the mistake of opening up my town's gates, and now it's inhabited by immigrants who, if you come to think of it, were never really invited to stay. Immigrants who migrated into my heart declaring their intentions to be friendly. Immigrants who sung melodies dedicated to me until there was nothing they needed from me. Immigrants whom I gave away the keys of every lock in this town, and now they whisper away to break into my house in search of a fictitious crown, in search of a fictitious fucking crown. For the 88th time, there is no crown. There is no crown. But they want one. As if it wasn't enough. As if it wasn't enough to have butchered all my walls with hate when I told them, I begged them to leave some space, and someday I wanted to paint those walls with love. And now the house I once called my home has nothing but frozen memories. The tap in the washroom is broken. Don't you hear the water overflowing from the sink? Or is it just me? There's the flower vase your mother gifted to us, concealing whatever's left of the lilies I got for you under a magnet of dust. And there's the forsaken bedroom door, still missing its knob, because of how hard I slammed it on your face when for the last time we had our last fight. Now every bone in this house shivers as louder gets the raging coup against me outside. And so I ponder about the long list of things that led to this day, as it was only yesterday when we found this holy land that we chose to forever call ours. With eyes full of hope, we boarded the flight to spring, only for it to never depart. And so all I think of is our first night we spent here under the starlight, dozing off to the lullabies sung by the nearest waterfall. So what a befitting end this would be, won't you agree? As I poison the very same waters with the very same love that's been consumed by the frost. The very same love that once was so serene. The very same love that now boils every river, every brook, every stream, turning them into sisters of kerosene. As kerosene is the only mother whose heart will beat tonight, a mother who's just a fighting match away from giving birth to its most formidable child. The child who will fulfill end-of-the-world prophecies and lay waste to every corner of this town, this city. and set ablaze these walls that dangle our frozen memories. Even the world underground will crumble as it watches the flames the world above burns in to get past this everlasting winter. I've given up on gods, and so I summon the devil to possess my mundane skin, because there's a winter in my heart. There's a winter in my heart. There's a winter in my heart, where I'm still freezing, even with fire all around me.